Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy JB Roseau. I'm with the gang right now. Today's podcast episode gonna be about inspiration and creativeness. Trying to learn how to get into a creative space. We got the lovely TT. Hey,
Steph.
hey, we in the good.
Kvng Geezy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I want to start off by saying, what's today's energy like for y'all? How y'all feeling?
I'm on I don't know, I'm like an 8.3 right now. Like an 8.3. I'm really vibing for real. I'm feeling good.
Okay. You feeling good?
Yeah, the energy hot, man. Highly inspirational.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? Like, been feeling, been in the zone lately. You know what I'm saying? So,
Minutes on. You got some heat coming the way, bro.
yeah, definitely a lot of new music coming. Looking like we about to be having an EP coming soon. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? A few EPs coming soon.
Okay.
Tell the fans what they can expect about it, bro.
Just, pushing the envelope, you know what I'm saying, creating new flavors. We've been digging in the crates again lately. We've been really just trying to play around with sounds we haven't played with, you know what I'm saying, digging in the flows we haven't delved into, tapping into subjects we ain't tapped into. There's all type of new flavors coming.
Bro, so this episode really gonna be for you, man. You know what I'm saying? With the creativeness and everything, it's like, yo, you already kind of been working on that, what I'm saying, recently. So, alright, that's what's up, TT. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I feel inspired to do things that I'm not so accustomed to. You get what I'm saying? I feel inspired to grow and change my mindset of how I'm gonna do things further out. Like he said, tapping into new things, different things. I'm excited to see what the future's gonna bring.
That's good, man. Loving the energy, man. From you. I'm gonna say that I'm out of 10, simply because today's been a great day. Definitely was enjoying the vibes, my friends and everything earlier, man. We just sitting just really talking, and they actually took the time to really help me with my singing earlier, man. So I really appreciate y'all for that, boy. I got you there and you really hitting good points for me. But
You already know you the game, man.
Yes, sir. But I would say that kind of got me inspired more, you know what I'm saying? The fact that y'all was actually helping me, I would say that definitely sparked some more inspiration in me, simply because it's it motivated me. It was my friends, they believe in me. So I gotta really believe in myself more, because they see it in me, so that kind of leads into the question I have for y'all. How do y'all find inspiration in everyday life?
I was gonna say, as friends, you should be able to inspire each other. It's no way that you should be around your friends and y'all are not improving each other to be the best that y'all can be. You get what I'm saying? Always telling them, yeah, you definitely could do that. Support your friends' dreams, because you never know, they might can make it. You get what I'm saying? Or they might, have to choose a different path along the way. But I feel like inspiration every day is from the ones that are around you. If the people around you aren't inspiring you to be your best you, then I think you should change your circle for real.
I like that, and I want to touch upon that point too, because it's kind of your friends or whoever is around you in general.
Yeah, family included.
They have to enhance you. That don't mean they have to be the one to drag you and things like that. They're not responsible for your success, but it's people around you should enhance you. They should be able to see something you build up on or capitalize on it, and then boom, that just made you even better. But how about y'all? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all find inspiration in everyday life?
You go first.
It might sound a little crazy, but I don't let the fear of the unknown stop what I think. I feel to be inspirable, or even to inspire yourself, you have to get over the fear of the unknown point. Because at some point you could tell yourself all the time, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. But if you do not do it for real, I mean, you're letting the fear of the unknown stop you. So it's in order to stay inspired, you gotta give that little feeling up.
I like that. And I want to actually kind of dive deeper with that. Were you always kind of like not fearing things? Like, were you always just this fearless and everything, or was it like a turning point for you in your life that made you who you are today?
It was a turning point for me. Growing up, like, I kind of planned my life out. Like, I felt like this how my life was gonna go, but I planned that shit out like to the T. Like, I started high school and middle school. Like, when I was in high school, I was done years early type shit. But I was in the like health program. I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. So when I say like I planned that shit out, I like planned it out. I was in the hospital. It was like behind nurses and shit, 12th grade type shit. And then my dad died, and I can't, like, I get real bad anxiety. So I don't do nothing like that. Like, I can't do it because it makes me like. So I had to like look at life differently. That really was like I looked at life differently. Like, it really gave me like you could be here and not be here tomorrow. Like, you could plan your life out, or you could say, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, but what if your passion for that gone? You're going to set yourself up and put yourself in a life you really don't want to live, you only live once. Right. So it was that for me. Like, I started looking at it's different. Like, we could literally be here today and not here tomorrow. So it's like, that made me be like, fuck the fear, fuck the unknown. Who knows? And
why
who really
not?
knows? You gotta be a great night. Like, who knows?
That's really powerful. Wow. I like that stuff. That was really good, man. And I mean, I would say that is true about Steph, man. Steph is just like definitely somebody that when she puts her mind to something, she's gonna make it happen. Like, it's just without blinking, like she's just make it happen. So it's just like, I definitely see that in you, Steph. So that's good. That's good.
Thanks.
But shit, I don't know. For me, I surround myself with inspiration. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've been in the studio. You see my wall. My wall is full of stuff that inspired me.
Full of stuff, bro.
Yeah, like the music that I listen to. I like, you know what I'm saying? I vibe, but it's like for the most part, I listen to music that inspires me to be the best version of myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all together, like, I feel like I surround myself with it. Like, I never, like, when I do have my little runts, like, I even tell you, like, I can always come up with a verse just for my love of the game and my love of doing this shit. But, like, my lack of inspiration probably come from just, like, you know, what's probably going on in life. And then even that, like, I might say I'm lacking inspiration, but at the end of the day, I'm still talking about something, so I'm inspired some way. So,
Yeah.
That's dope. Who would you say inspired by what artists or artists that like really inspired you to be the person that you are today?
Well, I wouldn't say artist. I would say in specific, the main inspiration behind like my mindset is Malcolm X.
Malcolm X, okay.
Yeah, like Malcolm X's life is like, that was the first person, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was into Malcolm X before I even knew about Jesus, my nigga. Like, like Malcolm X was literally the first person I really, like, you know, studied their life up and down and understood what they went through. And like, you feel me, brother was an inspiration, and he went through he was a Gemini, and he went through all phases of life. He went from being poor, he went from being like a hustler who was getting money, he sat in prison, lost it all, got out, was poor on the street, became an alcoholic, joined the Nation of Islam, left the Nation of Islam, and literally like found new life. So like Malcolm X touched every like facet of the earth, you know what I'm saying? Like when it came to that shit. So Malcolm X is literally the biggest inspiration in my life, period.
So how do you, I like that, bro. Like, how do you apply some of his principles and beliefs in like your everyday life?
For one, I accept the fact that I'm a human going through the human experience, and like our ultimate goal is to get right with God, you know, find, you know, peace within ourselves, and, you know, and inspire the people who do look at us. Like, I don't, like, one thing, like, with Malcolm, like, for me, I don't look at, like, my place in the world with no sense of, like, irresponsibility. Like, the fact that, like, I do what I do or the fact that I'm, you know, the person that I am. I'm like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, nigga chasing, you know, the bag or whatever. I'm gonna be a person of power that people look at just off of the rip because people respect money. People, you know what I'm saying. So it's my responsibility to like not lead these people to hell type shit. Like not lead them to the wrong path type shit. If you gonna look up to me, you gonna take all of the good that come from this shit. Like I'm gonna give you every facet of it. Like that's
like
how,
you're not gatekeeping, man.
Yeah. And I ain't not even that I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not looking at my position like shit. This shit was given to me. I don't know no better. Like shit, it ain't my like no. The fact that I know like I have a responsibility for people that like not to say that I have to be Mr. Goody Two Shoe, but I know like I have a responsibility of like I have to like be a vessel.
Exactly.
It's like once you know your passion and once you know what you're put on earth to do, you know that you have to do it.
Yeah.
Like so it's like even if like I don't want to do it, I gotta do it. Like this what I was put here to do. Like I have to do it. Mm-hmm. So just because people be knowing like they purpose and stuff, people be like, oh, you know, you gotta know. But like it's, you know, like you gonna know. Like you not just gonna know the good, you gonna know both. Sometimes you just gonna have to use your passion and you gonna have to use your purpose and you really don't even want to do it. But we weren't put on earth not to do it.
Exactly.
So we just gonna do it.
It's just like you walking like with your like following your intuition, following like your gut feeling, like what you feeling
following
like
your intuition. You as a vessel. Like you ain't like I ain't gonna lie, like it's something that Tupac always said, like, you know what I'm saying, these are spirits talking. Like cause I never believed that like, you know, I think I'm a witty nigga, like I'm clever, like I know how to play with words. But like this stuff that I say as far as like, you know, when I really get in depth, I don't know where that shit be coming from, but that shit coming from somewhere else. So it's like it's my responsibility to like just let it flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you actually sent me. I'm glad you touched upon the point with Tupac and everything. You actually also sent me a video too, bro. The Nipsey Hussle video, and you like in the video he was saying that like, let me make sure I remember correctly. Like he was saying music when you're an artist, it's like. It's more spiritual than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you reach that zone, when you reach that like that space that like nothing else exists but like how you're feeling in that moment, like you know what I'm saying? That's when you really understand that it's not really you that's really bringing this, like something's giving you the power, the energy to actually bring it to the world so they can like be impacted by it.
Like once you start tapping in and you start getting out there, you like I feel like every artist kind of hit that point where they realize like
it's a feeling.
Yeah, it's like you can't even explain it how you even coming up with this shit no more. And it's like,
like it's like you see how you get mad, like it's a feeling.
Like really, like you ever seen somebody that they get so mad they just like explode, they throw like a temper tantrum, and it's like I feel like that's what creating music is like, and it's like. You can't explain it, and it's like for me that's why I don't trust people who like, you know, I'm just in it for them because like because it hit a certain point to where it's like, bro, like you know what you're doing type shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like what like touching on what you were saying like with the whole Nipsey shit, how it's spiritual, but like bro, like we like these songs, like these people reciting them over and over, bro. We casting spells on these people.
Yeah.
Period. Like we really getting down to it. So it's like that's why I say your responsibility is for that. Like you can't when you really understand that, bro, you know you can't be out here talking crazy. Like you can't be out here like, bro, because these people living with this music. Like regardless of whether they say, oh, we you know what I'm saying? You know how a lot of people be trying to cap talking about something. Music don't like bro. The music is a part of our mental fabric, bro. We are inspired by what we listen to. So it's like motherfuckers who listen to a whole bunch of trash. You see they little trash ass lies. You feel me?
Just to pick back on that point with that, bro. It's like when it comes on the music, it's cool if you talk about things that you've been through, whether it is like that and whatever the case is. Like you're talking about people that you killed, people that you robbed and stuff like that. That's what you've been through. That's what you're trying to like portray. And
it's the way that you talk.
It's the way that you do it.
It's the way energy.
Yeah, it's the energy. Yeah, it's the energy that
really
you put
the energy.
Yeah.
Like
I was gonna say not just that. It's more of like that too, but it's kind of like when you do it, show how you what you did to overcome that, or what you did to correct that, because you know that like you not doing right. So just like coming out with something to where they see, all right, I'm doing the same thing you're doing, but you did this differently so you can be better and everything. I want to go ahead and do that because you're being a role model in other words, man.
Yeah, like the whole thing is you have to speak about both sides. Like, and at the end of the day, if you live in this and especially like if you came up in the music, bro, everybody did it. Like, especially all of the most like roughest, toughest niggas that we respect, bro. They didn't just give us the glamorous side. They gave like with fucking from DMX to pop, like, bro, it wasn't just brightness, bro. You gotta give the dark side too. If you gonna talk about smacking niggas, you gotta talk about that first night. Living with the fact that you took the soul off the earth. You gotta talk about how you couldn't sleep. You gotta talk about like when your first night in jail, the first time you ever been in jail. You gotta talk about how you actually went through it. How you had to like go through the line, them niggas stripped you naked and stuck a finger up your ass, knowing you ain't have shit, but they just wanted to fuck with you. No, you gotta talk about that shit. You gotta talk about it, because these people out here listening to your music and they just inspired. Like, they know, they gotta know. Yeah, when you go to prison, like, yeah, the first night, you gotta bend over, cough, nigga sticking a finger all up your ass. He playing with you just cause he wanna fuck. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah, talk about that shit. Don't just give them the you feel me? Name dropping these niggas in songs. Like, nah, talk about what happened after that.
That's
the thing. Niggas ain't talking about that.
Nah. And the energy you put out, and you gotta understand, you can't control who listens to your music for real. So it's jits out here listening to you
crashing
talk
out
shit like that. They don't know
nothing about
jail
is not fun for nobody.
Listen, they don't know nothing.
The streets ain't fun for nobody, bro. I never met a nigga who ran to the streets for a good reason. Ain't nobody ever ran to the streets for a good reason. But it's like the way that the music is being spewed out now, you got a lot of niggas who literally come from a good background who run into the streets just because they curious.
Just to get credibility or, some
I don't even think it's about credibility, bro. I'm just literally just curious,
just like,
bro. They got curiosity, and curiosity is killing the cat.
If you hear something and you listen about something every single day, all day long, I'm gonna want to be like, shit. Well, I want to know what this shit feel like. Shit, since y'all talk about this shit, I heard it all day. Shit, let go.
Nah, facts. Definitely, man. Just make sure that like you cautious about what you actually putting out for the community and everything. Just make sure like doing it in a way that you teaching for the best, you know what I'm saying, for a better generation that's coming after us. But I also want to kind of ask y'all, now, how do y'all enter into a creative space? Like, how do y'all enter into y'all zone and all that?
That's like a feeling for me. I can't be like, I'm in my creative zone. Like, I can't just put it in like, I'm gonna be creative from 2 to 4. Like, I can't do that. It's like a feeling. Like, cause I could be creative Monday, and then like Tuesday, I probably don't have the energy to be creative right now. I'm not gonna lie. So when I get a creative feeling, I really try to do all my creative shit when I feel like how I feel.
I really want to touch upon that point because that's a really good point. Simply for the fact that, like with me, sometimes, like I'll be doing something and then I'll get it feeling like I need to work on music, but I'll be in the middle of doing something, whatever it is, and it's like, like I have to finish this. My mind have to like finish this out, and I miss that creative moment. So now when I try to go ahead when I'm done, and I try to go ahead and go back to doing what I was feeling earlier, it's not the same type of feeling. I know that like if I was in that moment, I took advantage of it. It would have came out exactly how it was playing in my mind. So like it's really important to not miss those creative spaces. Like,
and I would say that's all about like passion and motivation. Like if you're really dedicated to do what you're creative with, like if you tap into anything, any part of you where you feel like, oh, this is something that I really would be able to do, type shit. And everything is about making money in this world, so people are selling anything nowadays. You get what I'm saying? So if you feel like you doing something but you need to tap into your creative space, fuck what you doing right now. Like you can always come back to it, type shit.
No, you're right about
especially
that.
If that's what you want, type shit.
Exactly. Like you can like, dang, I'm caught up in this moment, I'm trying to handle this, but like I know like something really just inspired me to like sing this way or write this lyric down and go off this flow. But like I can't get to it right now, like pushing that to the side in the sense. So it's like, nah, you can't do that, man. Not when it's like, you know, that's your calling, what you like meant to do in life, and you ignoring it for like the white man's dream, like, you know, getting caught up with work and everything.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like for me, I feel like I'm always in that space, but I feel like when I have like my moments where I'm lacking inspiration, I might lack inspiration of like what to talk about, concept wise, things like that. But I'm not gonna lie, like rhythm moves me. Like that's one of the reasons why I don't listen to beats unless we making beats, we sitting down like, you know, digging through samples and we making beats from scratch. That's different. But you notice I don't never really just sit through and listen to beats, because it's like you see me in the studio, like just start playing shit. The first thing I'm like, we just gonna pull it up. Like I'm gonna come up with it right there. Like so it's like
I like to hear the beats. Play all them hoes.
I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. I'm just
First vibe you feel you want.
Literally, so it's like when we in the studio, just get everything set up, then start playing beats. Cause the first thing I like, I'm just gonna hop on it. I don't want to hear everything.
He showed up. If
let
you
me hear the
hear
first
beat, do it before G get there.
Yeah, like no, first thing I like, all right, we doing this one, and then when we done with that one, then we can listen to more. The first, all right, we gonna do this one. Like I like to just go through the road and knock them out. I don't like to just listen, cause I'm gonna get too inspired. I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna like, I love this one. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a clusterfuck in my head, and I ain't gonna know which one to pick no more. Like, let's just do them all. Fuck them. If I like it, we gonna do it. If I don't, like, we might not like it later, but fuck it, we like it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like fuck it, we knock them all out. So like that's how I keep my motor going with that. So like when it comes to like concepts and shit, like when I like get more in depth with tracks, that's something where I be here and there with the inspiration with. But I ain't gonna lie, rhythm moves me. That's what it is.
Okay, I feel that, man. I would say for me, how I enter my creative space, like I really listen to like a lot of inspirational, motivational videos, like just sitting there listening to like, you know, people just saying like what is possible, what I can do and everything, all those chances and all that. Like that really puts me like in good energy, good spirits. I'm like, man, I'm ready, I can do this and all that. And I just be going crazy from there. So that also watching interviews. What else I would say, like how it puts me in an inspirational space, creative space. Like
Cause you be big on that too. That's why I've been starting to send you a lot of this shit that I be fucking with. I notice you like you big on that lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's stuff
like he be sending them. If I see some shit, I send it. I'm like, yeah.
Nah, literally, man, like that. All those type of videos and all that, I'm like, okay, it's like brain food, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
learning the key. Learning is the key to life.
And I'll also say too, reading books.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's how you learn.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the key to life for real, because all of the answers really in all of the books that's written.
Yeah.
Like all of the answers to life is in all of the books that's written.
It don't matter what you do, it's books for that.
And they know that this generation not gonna be reading no books and everything, but people, I tell people like, yo, or I be asking people like, do you read books? Like, you know, well, they be like, nah.
Yeah. One thing about it with this generation, I think they took the term money is power too literal, and they don't understand that money doesn't equate to success. So when you tell a motherfucker the most successful people in the world read at least 7 books a year, they thinking about just motherfuckers who got money, and they be like, well, motherfucker Lil Pump probably a millionaire, that nigga ain't read no book. Like, no, you thinking of money, you're not thinking of success.
Yeah.
Like wealth and everything.
Wealth, like
you
wealthy
can have
people
money, but
read.
what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, like wealthy people who know how to actually move money. That people who their money is making them money, they're reading books. Period.
Yeah.
People who have to hustle for their money, because it's wealthiness is literally that, when your money is making money. When you have to work to get a bag, even if them bags is big ass checks, if you have to work to get a bag, you're still a worker.
Yep.
So like when you look at an NBA player, like they have to perform at a certain level in order to keep getting paid. Mm-hmm. They like, if they get cut and that shit stop, like that shit literally stops. Like, so that's the difference with rich people. Like people who are actually wealthy, they don't look at athletes as rich. The people they is certain at, like they look at LeBron James as wealthy. They look at Steph Curry as wealthy. Like people who like outside of the sport, they're doing other things to make them money. Their money is actually making money. That's wealthiness. Like, rich just because you getting cut big checks every week, that's not rich.
No.
Because when them checks stop, you have to manage that money. So how are you going to continue to be rich?
Yep. That's why you have old money and new money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, people that have old money, you're looking at people with new money, like, yeah, we're gonna see how long it's gonna last.
Yeah, like when you talk about somebody like Shaq, and the other day he talked about some shit. I'm still touching my Orlando Magic money. That nigga ain't played in Orlando since 1995. Like that nigga's wealthy. That's what you care. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga's
all types of commercials, man.
Yeah,
all types of
the
sponsorships.
general, like he even said, like the general is how he made. Yeah, he fucking owned catalogs of music. He owned Elvis catalogs. He owned so many, bro. Shaq money is making him money, so he never lived off of his NBA checks. His NBA checks was literally play money, and then when he started getting endorsements, it was like, fuck, like shit, it's okay. That's why I say like half of these niggas really secretly billionaires on the low. They just they can't show it because you feel me, taxes and legalities. But bro, a lot of these niggas really billionaires. A lot of these niggas, bro, this nigga, bro. Tyler Perry is a billionaire, bro. Like 50 Cent, he's a billionaire, bro. Bro, you can buy a production company, bro. You're a billionaire, bro. Like,
yeah, I feel like people forgot 50 Cent had vitamin
yeah,
water.
like that's why he
rich. He had vitamin water. Water. It's still in the fucking gas station right now.
Yes, and he sold his portion. Like bro, these niggas up there, like.
No, they trying to buy BET. You know, I saw a post about that recently, man. Like,
bro, these niggas trying to buy an NFL team, bro. Like, that's what I was explaining to y'all niggas earlier. Like, bro, like, you have to literally be of a certain tax bracket. You can't just, man, I got 350. All right, I'm gonna put down on this team. Like, no, you have to be of a certain tax bracket. So you can buy, because you have to qualify in order to buy for the team, because they have to know that your money is long enough to sustain if they start going in the red. So you can't just run up a 350 million and be like, yeah, I want to buy a team. Like, no, you have to be at least worth 2, 3, so you can like put up, and it's like, okay, if you take this loss the first year, at least we know you got the money and you ain't finna spray on our ass. Like, so like, bro, like these motherfuckers is fucking, they loaded, bro. That shit, that I ain't gonna lie, that network shit, that shit be fake, bro. These niggas got way more money than you think they got, type shit, for real.
You heard Carisha call Diddy billionaire Poppy. If he could send $250K to shop, then nigga got money.
Bro,
that's somebody's house.
Diddy just bid it on the fucking Carolina Panthers, bro. He at least had to bid at least $600 million for that shit. Dang. You can't. On Forbes it says he's worth 1.1. A nigga worth 1.1 billion not giving up half of their earnings to fucking buy a team. Like that's idiotic. Yeah. Like no, he got it, bro. Like he got it. Wow. It is what it is. It's hidden. We don't know where it's at, but he got it.
Okay. That's why I say learning the key to everything. Like just being around people, you learn something. Like you never know what somebody gonna tell you. For it could be a homeless man on the side of the street, somebody at Publix, somebody at the fucking gas station. You never know, you're gonna learn some shit. So it's like learning really the key for real. Like,
yeah, for real. I ain't gonna lie, that's why I like to talk to everybody, bro. For real, cause it's like you never know, and you gonna learn the most shit from a poor motherfucker, because them motherfuckers gonna tell you everything that they did wrong. And a lot of these niggas that you see walking around was really like, there's a lot of Franklins out here. Like that's why I say that Snowfall shit was really realistic.
Hey, hold on, cause I ain't watched season 6 yet.
Okay.
I just started season 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, dang it, bro.
My bad. I ain't gonna lie, it's been out for a few weeks.
Nah, bro, I'm still on season 5, bro. But shit, I'm gonna catch that going, definitely like chat about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit. I mean, it's getting good. I mean, I left off of season 4 a while ago, so I'm gonna get back on track.
Well, that's all I'm gonna say. Just know it's a lot of Franklins out here. There's a lot of them, and I know about 20 of them in Opalaka.
Cause I'm like, it's all good. Cause at the end of the day, bro, social media ruined it, bro. Like, I started seeing this nigga little homies. I'm like, yeah, this nigga probably just like pumping it and like
here all niggas be crashing
you gonna have to watch it.
You gotta watch it, but just know, bro, niggas crashed out.
They tried him though. They did him dirty.
Everybody did him
Everybody.
Dirty.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
Y'all about to say, that's crazy. All right.
But to say that was to say this. Like at the end of the day, people crash out, and it's like you have to you have to talk to people. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that whole thing about like thinking everybody gotta fit, bro, ain't nobody gotta figure it out, bro. Everybody is one decision away from life altering. Like, you know what I'm saying? It happens, bro. So yeah, bro, respect the world gonna respect you, period.
Nah, 100%, bro. Fuck with that. And I want to also ask y'all, as far as like, how do y'all actually come out of creative blocks or writer's block? You know, if you're artists and everything.
Shit, just do it.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
a feeling.
it's a feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I just do it. Like, I don't like, that's why you see I got in the studio where you can't. I learned that from Jim Jones, of all people. Where you can't be inspired, at least stay consistent. So I just keep going. Like, even if I'm not like motivated to do it, I just do it, and then sometimes I'm coming up
back on track.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. So like that, I feel like that's the way to beat writer's block. Just don't stop. Like, even if what you doing is trash, just keep going. Like, just you feel me? Stay in it, because that's the last thing you don't want to like. Cause I've been in a place where I kind of like got uninspired and I stopped, and it's like you don't want to have to like get back and find a rhythm again. Like, you'd rather like be inspired by a new sound and then already be in the rhythm and just like, oh fuck, I'm back now. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get in there and feel foreign again, because I ain't been in here in a minute. Then you got to get your mojo back, and then some shit might happen that uninspire you again. Like, nah. So it's like, I feel like that's the way to do it. Just keep going.
Like, keep the momentum going.
Yeah, just keep the momentum. Even if you, like I said, even if the shit that you doing is buzz, even if you writing straight doo-doo, like, man, just keep writing that shit. It's gonna stink, but fuck it.
It'll get better.
Yeah, it's gonna get
like,
better.
practice make perfect.
Literally.
Okay. Nah, okay, I like that.
And go outside, that too. Yeah, go outside. Like that. Motherfuckers don't be
Get some
under-
fresh air, man.
Yeah, like motherfuckers be feeling like they gotta just stay in front of them. I can't figure nothing out. Like, bro, fucking go to the movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go outside, go
for a walk.
Yeah, go for a
walk
walk,
on
like,
the
yeah.
street you ain't never been on.
Yeah, go to somebody's hood and just stand at the corner store and just watch the shit that happened throughout the day. That shit,
I mean, might
like,
draw some inspiration from all those
yeah,
experiences.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a hood nigga. I do that shit. Like, I just go to somebody's hood, bro, just stand at a local corner store and just watch the activity all day.
Hell
It's amazing, bro. It's a whole movie.
How do you measure success in creative fields? And what are some alternative ways to think about success beyond external validation?
Ooh,
That's a good one.
to think about success outside of external validation.
It's happiness.
I don't want to sound cliche, but it's a feeling that you feel. And it's like, because if you do your purpose, the feeling you feel is a great feeling. Like, it's peace. Like, it's joy. Like, you don't feel like nothing low vibrational. Like, it's a good feeling that you feel. So that's why I was like, I really sound cliche. I've been saying the feeling all episode, but it's really a feeling for real that you feel like it's peace.
I understand exactly where you're coming from with that. Like, literally, like, put your best foot forward in life. Like, as long as you know that you did your absolute best and you put your whole heart into it, like, that's the success right there. That's the beauty in that right there. Like, man, I did my best. I had fun. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I gave it my all. So I know exactly where you're coming from with that, though.
Nah, I agree for real. Sometimes I do things and I be like, damn, what's somebody else gonna think about how I did this shit? You get what I'm saying? But it's always like, I chose what was the best option for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can't let other people's opinion of me control how I live my life for real. On some shit for real.
Like, dude.
And I feel like that's what you gotta learn how to separate. Like, what people say about you is none of your business. As long as you know that you're doing what's best for you in a situation, they can call you selfish. They can say, like, you get what I'm saying? Just be true to yourself.
I like that. I was just gonna say, like, basically do what, like, if you can live with the decision that you made, like, do it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can live with your decision, that's all that matters. Like, but if you know that's not gonna bring you peace, you're gonna always be thinking about, then I should have done, well, basically living with regrets. Like, then don't do it.
I always say this, and I always tell everybody, I'm like, you know, like, one thing I really, truly, deep down inside believe is, like, the character that you created of me in your mind is your business.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it got nothing to do with me. So
I know
I
who
will
I
live
am as a
my
person.
life and what I need to do. Whatever you think or you feel, I mean, you could express that, and maybe we could figure out what you're talking about. but I'm gonna do what, like I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna do.
If you know that you have a genuine, kind heart, if you know that you put your best foot forward, like your intentions are always good, and somebody takes it the wrong way, like you're not responsible for how they feel. You know, you can't manipulate, you can't control how they feel, because people are always gonna feel how they feel regardless. So
You know what they do, how they feel, what they do, how somebody move. What someone else does has nothing to do with you.
As long as you know.
Like, even if it hurts your feelings, like even when you get cheated on, like because that person cheated, that really has nothing to do with you. Like you was not there, you did not do it. Yeah, your feelings make it hurt because you the one who got hurt. But that has nothing to do with you.
Right.
That don't show your character. Like that's they character and like they business. They have to deal with that shit. You have like just heal. That's a big part of it too. Like healing, losses, learning, and healing is really how I be creative for real and stay inspired.
I agree, because like literally I was gonna say with your point and all that, it's like building a foundation within yourself. Like you know that you done so much for yourself with like your self-care, and you pay your bills on time, you keep your word to, so if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it happen. So like I would say practice that, because it's kind of like that builds your confidence within yourself. So then boom, if people try to misconstrue you, you know what I'm saying, it's like that's not your problem. Like you done your best and it shouldn't affect you, because at the end of the day, like for me example, I keep my house clean, you know what I'm saying? I take pride in like keep my home clean at the same time. Like I do my self-care and all that. I do everything that I'm gonna do for myself, so I make sure that like when I do it, it makes me feel good. Like I really kept my word on something. So it's just like when somebody try to come, it's like, well dang, at the end of the day, I'm going home to a clean home. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking care, I know I took care of myself and everything. I'm still like clean and all that. It's just like, so people external validation doesn't necessarily affect me anymore. So
Yeah. I feel like your overall happiness is the ultimate validation. Like I ain't gonna lie, whatever you're doing ain't making you happy, you ain't being successful at what you're doing, because that's literally the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying?
Like how you gonna be successful and angry?
Yeah.
Who wanna be successful and angry?
right.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying, especially like dealing with being an artist, like you have to accept that, you know what I'm saying, you're not always gonna get the external validation. Like there's plenty of people that we consider like legends, and we say that they have classics and stuff. They probably never won a Grammy or BET award. They probably never went platinum or no shit. But it's like there's plenty of people that's up there and it's based off their overall happiness. Like, and there's hella niggas who have successful careers like that, because there's plenty of avenues to make money now. Like if you just measuring it off of like I said, the glitz and the glamour, you probably gonna be sad a lot. Because I mean, honestly, especially dealing with what we doing coming from black artists, like we ain't getting a validation, like period. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's hard as fuck to get validated with all of these white awards. So it's like if you basing that off your happiness, you're gonna be sad a lot. Like,
And I want to say with that point, bro, is like literally like find like at the root of the inspiration should be like about bettering yourself and just being your best self. Because if that's your root, if that's your foundation for your inspiration, like if you're inspired to like please other people, like make sure that they like give you accolades and all that, then like if they don't, then it's gonna affect you. But if you live to be your best version, if you was better than your last project, if you was better than, if anything that you're doing, if you better than what you were yesterday, like that should give you like a lot of like validation for yourself. So at the root, man, keep your inspiration for just being the best version of you. So definitely. But y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in to our podcast episode, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Show love. I actually want to take the time to shout out the brand that's actually sponsoring us, man. It's called Be For Life. I said brand that's actually about, it's the episode that we have today, man. It's about inspiring people to want the best in life and to empower them to be able to achieve it, man. So if you like this episode, definitely go ahead and check them out. a lot of motivational things on their pages.
You can find us at www.beforlife.com.
And man, you already know the vibes, man. Life's good.
And it's about to get better.
Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in again. You got the lovely TT.
Steph.
Steph.
Can't, motherfucker.
Geezy, let's go, man.
Okay.